November 7th, 2024, the year of new beginnings, and welcome to Artist Dream Life Sessions. This is my fourth class this week. Bringing it to you live for fundraising for my channel. So tonight we're going to get into what it means to build your dream life as an artist. So if you're an artist or musician, this is your class. And I have this class every Thursday. You can sign up each week via my website, or you can find me on Instagram and look for updates there as well. So, building your dream life as an artist. Basically, every week during these classes, I teach you the 8 pillars. Now, these are just my personal perspectives, but I call them the 8 pillars, the 8 foundational pillars, and the 5 essential building blocks to building your dream life as an artist. I actually have a workshop that is coming up soon where I'm going to actually teach you these, and I have videos on my Instagram, Soñado Libre Sound, and I also have a YouTube channel for Soñado Libre Sound where you can find videos on building your dream life as an artist. So essentially, I inspire, encourage, and equip musicians and artists to build their dream life as an artist. And being an artist myself, and in the process of building my own dream life, because I am still in the stages of building my dream life. I teach from experience, and I'm teaching also from my dreamy perspective, because I am someone who believes that artists can have their true dreamy life. It takes time, it takes discipline, but it is very possible. So, again, when you come into the chat, make sure that you ask any questions. If you're watching the replay, do not hesitate to ask your questions in my comment section. And of course, as I said, this is a fundraiser, so if you feel led to donate to my channel or my work in general, please kindly see the description box. And I have three posted for the links for you to donate. So hi everybody, welcome. Everyone who's coming into the chat, hello, welcome. This is Artist Dream Life Sessions. You're gonna donate $500. Aiden, thank you. That is wonderful, and it's very needed. You're helping me pay my rent. So yes, if you feel led to donate, please go to my description, and I have all my links there, and I would greatly appreciate it. So artists and musicians, this is your class. This is Artist Dream Life Sessions. And I'm going to begin by asking 3 important questions. They're sort of rhetorical questions that we have asked either as an artist or musician, or they have been asked of us. And here they are. Can you make a living as an artist? Number 2, is it possible to be an artist full-time? And number 3, the world's view on artists is the starving artist syndrome. So we've been told for many, many decades that you cannot live off of your art, okay? Now, I want to argue this point simply because it is possible, especially the time that we're in now, where almost everybody is at least knowledgeable about being an entrepreneur. about the accessibility that we have to sell your art, and obviously to connect with the outside world. So we're actually in a very good time and space to do this, with very little time, and probably energy in that respect, because of the accessibility from where I'm sitting to where you're sitting. However, there is still a stigma when it comes to, artists being able to make a living. Now, as an encourager and as a teacher and as an artist myself, this is what I do. I encourage you to do this, and I do believe that you can. And I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, perhaps 7 key ingredients to making this a reality for yourself, okay? With that, so you don't think you can live off of your art? Okay, well, do share your perspective. I'd like to hear. There is obviously, there are some things that, need to be in place for this to become a reality, but it is possible, and it is very, very, very tangible, okay? So, number 1, perspective. Hi, welcome everyone in the chat. Good to see y'all. This is Artist Dream Life Sessions. My name is Ruby, and I am doing a fundraiser for my channel. So if you feel led to donate, please visit my description box. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I hope this class blesses you. This is every Thursday I teach this class, and you can find the links on my description as well to sign up for next week's class. Okay, perspective. What is my perspective as an artist? What do I think when I ask these questions? Is it possible to make a living as an artist? And is it possible to be a full-time artist? My answer is yes and yes. However, there is a progression to getting to this point. And firstly, you must have your vision, okay? I have an actual workshop, actually. I have a workshop on vision. You can find it on my other channel, Soñado Libre Sound, or you can find it on my Instagram, Soñado Libre Sound. And I teach you all about vision. But vision is essential. It's essential as a human being. You need to know what your vision is for your life, so you can know why you're here, and you can know what your calling is, your assignment, your purpose. So as an artist, this is no exception. As an artist, I must have a vision for my life as an artist. I must know, thank you, everybody. Kind compliments. I appreciate it. I'll let my husband know. I must have a vision as an artist, okay? So most likely you already know what your medium is as an artist. So some of you are musicians, some of you are visual artists, some of you are performance artists, some of you are writers, and some of you are everything. So I must know which area that I am choosing to focus and craft my vision in, or maybe all of them. If you're somebody who is actually multi-talented and creative, and super creative is what I call it, then, find one that sort of just brings it all together. Now, I love all art and all music. So what I do is, and this is actually my personal belief, and this is what I live out and what I teach. But if you're in a place where you don't know where your vision is, this is how you find out. You must know what you're passionate about in life, okay? Do you like helping people, which I do? Do you like building things? Whatever it is for you that you're passionate about, There's a reason for it. God put that in you, and it is part of your calling. Okay? Then, and of course, I'm passionate about the arts, I'm passionate about music. So I've put this together. And you must know your talents and your gifts, both spiritually and in the natural realm. And you bring it all together, and this is how you figure out what your vision and your calling is for your life. So I have taken my love for music and art, and I've taken my love to help people and to mentor people, especially, you know, when it comes to trauma and things like that, because I've experienced this and I am in the process and actually on the other side of a lot of things, but in the process of recovery. And so I'm a big cheerleader for you to get there too. So this is what I do. I'm a therapeutic art life coach, and I help people process pain and trauma through the arts. I also coach people that are artists and musicians to help them build their dream life as an artist. So your vision, you must know what it is. And if you don't, I'd be happy to help you in a one-to-one session to figure that out for yourself. Again, my description has the links to those bookings. So that's number one. Number two, let's see. Okay, number two, again, your perspective. Okay, I would venture to say that some mediums of art are easier to get into than, and when I say get into, I mean they're more accessible in terms of reaching others than other mediums of art. So it's important to have a good perspective on this so that you don't get discouraged if it's a slow process to, let's say, making sales. Like if you're a painter, okay? Now, there's a whole demographic of painters, and some have notoriety, some are more popular, whatever it is. And if you're just getting started, it might be kind of hard to break into that market because, you know, there's certain things that are in place. But don't get discouraged, because you will find your niche and you will get there. Okay? So perspective. Have a good, healthy, positive perspective. And along with that comes realistic expectations. Sorry if I'm missing any questions. I will come back, I promise. But sometimes I just get in the flow and I start teaching and I forget. Y'all are asking me stuff. Let's see. So I'm thinking of getting into OnlyFans career. What do you think? I think that it's important for you to know what's important for you. And I think that you should, you know, put yourself into what is important for you. Because after all, it is your career. It is your vision for your life. And I think that learning about your specific area is important, and then facilitating whatever it is to get where you want to go is very important for you. Okay, are you a singer or an instrumentalist? Funny enough, I actually have, I wouldn't call myself a singer. I like to sing, and I've recorded music, and I actually am in the process of releasing something that I collaborated on that's actually another artist's song. So that's really exciting, actually. But yes, I love music, and I love to play with sound, and I love to pretend that that I can sing. But that's a perspective, I suppose. But yes, I do. Technically, yes, I do like to sing, and I do sing. So you have entered the Artist Dream Life Sessions class, and we're talking about building your dream life as an artist. Okay, so coming back to these areas. So again, realistic expectations. I think this is what discourages, especially when you're first getting your work out there. And it really doesn't matter if you're a musician or in a band or visual artist, photography, whatever it is, okay? You must remember the importance that your voice is signature. And I mean that literally, and I mean that in your sphere of work, okay? As a writer, your voice is unique. As a singer, your voice is unique. As a photographer, your voice is unique. And the more you come to this knowledge for yourself and the more you own your art, again, all of these things that I'm teaching you, I've already taught them, and you can find all these mini classes that I've done on my other channel, Soñado Libre Sound, and on my Instagram, Soñado Libre Sound. But it's important to have your own signature, or I should say to know what your signature is, because you have one, okay? And this is where, when you get to this point, I think it becomes easier to be released from the pressure of the trends that are out there, from the pressure of feeling like I'm not somebody unless I have followers, or I'm not somebody unless I have likes, because all of that is really has nothing to do with success, at least in my opinion. You're successful when you know what you're here to do, whether or not you have fans, followers, friends, likes. So that's a very important perspective to keep with you, so that you don't get stuck in this day and age creating content. You don't become, kind of trapped in the system of, for the sake of getting myself out there. Because really, your people are going to find you, okay? You simply need to know, what is my gift? What am I offering? And who are my beneficiaries? This is what I call them, beneficiaries. Because really, if you think about all the bands you like, or you think about the artists you like, or the writers that you like, you found them because there was something in their work that catapulted you to their work, that captivated you by their work. And it's going to be the same for you. Your people will find you, okay? My encouragement to you as an artist, and as a mentor to a student, is this: know who you are, and know that you must keep your signature blueprint on your vision, because if you compromise, you've already lost. You've already become unsuccessful, and that's the last thing you want to do. Hi. That's really funny. You hate textured ceilings because it reminds you of when you were little. That's really funny. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, well, I'm staying at a hotel, and this hotel is actually quite old. Movie trivia, I believe, I have to confirm with my husband, but I believe that this hotel that I'm at was in Children of the Corn, or has something to do with the original Children of the Corn. So, for you movie buffs out there. Okay, number 3 is radical faith. Okay, I think this is one of the secrets to becoming a full-time artist, is you must have radical faith in your work, in who you are and what you have to offer. If you don't believe in yourself, you will, number one, you've already short-circuited your progress. And secondly, especially if you are someone who needs affirmation from others, which this is getting into, personality, temperament, and all that stuff. But some of us lean into needing validation from the outside, and others of us really don't care. Okay, but if you are somebody who needs to be, who needs that validation, If you don't believe in yourself, you will be at the mercy of other people's opinions of you and your work. And that is the worst trap that you can get yourself into, because your work will not be authentic. It will be based on what's popular or what's trendy. And that is always subject to fade. Okay. So, but you must have radical faith in yourself so that you can push through those challenges when they come your way, because they're going to. The seasons where your creativity is low, which I call winter season, this is normal. Okay, there's ebb and flow when it comes to creativity, and there's also ebb and flow when it comes to building your dream life. There's going to be seasons where it's very minimal, that you see the progress, even though the progress is still happening. And there's going to be seasons where there's harvest and you see the fruit of what you're doing. Or perhaps you've been working at it for so long and all of a sudden you just see this explosion of like everything's coming together. Okay. So, but you must have the radical faith to keep you steady, to keep you from throwing in the towel, to keep you from changing course, and you know, to keep you to continue what you're doing. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember that you're planting into your purpose. Okay, so this is, you know, kind of hard to get into without getting into some of the other things that I've taught, because this is really important. But it takes discipline, a lot of discipline, to see the fruit, okay? But you must remember that everything you're doing is like a seed, and you're planting it into your purpose. Again, this is connected to the radical faith, but it's also connected to being disciplined and staying the course no matter what. So when you're having those seasons where you feel like I'm not inspired, I'm not really creating much right now, or just nothing's coming to me, this is the time to encourage yourself that I've already planted some seeds. I just need to water, I need to let the sun shine on it, and I need to be patient and wait, which is number 6. Patiently wait in those seasons of quiet, or where you don't see it. Any questions so far on anything I've shared? Y'all are funny. Okay, so let's see. My next thing I want to share with you is a couple of questions, actually, to ask yourself. Do you know actually 3. I said a couple, but there's 3. And I'm going to start with this. If you think about it, there are artists, or have been artists, some of them are no longer here. But this is something to think about. So there are some artists who were ahead of their time, as we like to say. And, they left a major mark on this world. Some of them left very early. Okay? They died young, in other words. And this always just makes me really think, okay? But then there's other artists who maybe they didn't, quote unquote, get discovered, or worse, they were discouraged out of their calling because, quote unquote, you can't make it as an artist. And they are somewhere stuck in something outside of their potential. And we are being essentially robbed of that gift. Okay? This is something to really think about, because this is important, especially I personally believe that art and music is going to heal humanity before the convergence of all things, which we're already heading there. Okay? So if you are an artist or a musician, this is your time to rise. This is your time to really, especially if you've been kind of on the fence about it, or maybe you tried it and then it didn't work, or things came up and you just kind of lost hope about it. This is your time to get back into it and pick it up again. But where are you? That's my first question to you. Where are you when it comes to your life, building your dream life as an artist? Secondly, I'm from Texas, by the way. Hi, welcome, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Do you know that you were created for a massive and specific calling and assignment? Your life is not random. You're here by divine providence. You're here by divine alignment, okay? And you're in my channel and in my live stream by divine alignment. So it's not random that you're here, especially if you're an artist, or if you're thinking about going into your own artistry. This is for a reason, okay? My hope for you is that you know, or begin to discover what your calling is, what your purpose is, and what your assignment is. And if you don't know, I can help you find it. One-to-one sessions, you can find my booking information in the description box, and I'd be happy to help you get to your vision for your life. And number 3, would you like to discover what and why if you don't? So these are questions to ask yourself tonight. Okay, and lastly, I'm going to share on the authenticity of my creativity. Question, what kind of music do you like to sing or write? Well, I love synth. I love everything synth. I'm an 80s girl forever. So I love new wave, and I tend to, when I'm playing with sound, I tend to create that sound. But I also, I love indie music. I love all music, actually. And as far as the writing, it's interesting for me because I noticed this. I do have music training. I used to play in high school and middle school. I was in band, so I have music training. I can read music. But I think I'm a little more, when it comes to creating music, I'm a little bit more, and maybe this is the choreographer in me too, because I used to teach dance, and I'm a dancer, and I have that background, and I choreograph music just even subconsciously. I can listen to a song and I'm creating a dance in my mind. I think I do the same thing with music, though. I think I like to take sound that's already been created and kind of, I don't know, collage it. But I would prefer, right now I don't have any analog synthesizers, but eventually my husband and I are going to have our own band, or several bands perhaps. We've already talked about this. But yeah, I could talk about that forever. So yeah, typically that's what I like to sing and write. And as far as the lyrics, as a writer, as a poet, usually that's kind of how I sing, I guess. The same spoken word kind of stuff. How about you? Are you a musician as well? Authenticity in my creativity. This is so vital for you to understand for yourself. Because quite frankly, you can have, and I know there's different methods to reach people when it comes to getting your work out there, okay? I'm not going to specifically discourage you from any of them, because I feel, again, that's a personal decision that you must make for yourself when you're trying to get your work out there. But I will say that it's vital that you don't lose the authenticity in your creativity and even in your marketing approach. You don't want to ever get to the point where you're compromising your work for the sake of popularity. At least that's my hope for you, is that you don't, because then you lose sight of you and what you're doing, and you're at the mercy now of, anyways, that's my encouragement to you. So number one, in order to have this authenticity in your creativity, you must know your own voice. Again, this goes back to what I was just saying about how my voice, literally and figuratively, is signature. Nobody else sounds like you. Nobody else paints like you. It's your work. Okay? But you must know it and you must own it completely first. Okay? Because again, it's your signature fingerprint on this earth realm, and you're leaving it. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. Number two, I'm going to encourage you, especially if if you're with me long enough, you've already heard this. But to never compromise your work for the sake of popularity. Okay, that's awesome. Never compromise your work for popularity, because again, trends come and go, and it's especially if you're a serious artist and you just want to do this for a living, just be careful. That's what I'm going to say. Be careful with the trends. Be careful with the, with the trends. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, lastly, the impact of my work, the impact of your work. Your art will speak for you even after you've gone. Again, think about your favorite artists, musicians that are no longer here, how their work has impacted you, how it's inspired you, how it's motivated you. Your work is going to do the same for others. Okay, this is another reason to keep that perspective in mind, that I never want to compromise for the sake of fame or money. And a true artist wouldn't, actually. If I were to be honest with you, a true artist wouldn't compromise for money or for fame. The impact of your work is going to be the legacy that you leave for your family. Okay, again, now so far, what we've seen is that certain people, quote unquote, make it as musicians, as bands, as artists. But I am here to help you unlearn that mentality, because making it has nothing to do with fame or fortune. It has to do with knowing who you are and what you have to offer this world. And you will leave a legacy for your family. And lastly, remember that your work must be authentic, real, raw, and it must be you. Again, I'm just echoing what I've already said. Whether it's as a solo artist or in collaboration with others, because this is what's going to leave that lasting impact on your beneficiaries, is your ownership of your work. And that has more to do with the essence of the work because it's yours than it does, you know, physically speaking, that it's your music or it's your art or whatever it is. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up in just a second, but for those of you that are interested in learning more about building your dream life as an artist, you can find me on Instagram. I don't think I have it linked here, but Soñado Libre Sound is my Instagram. And if you're interested in learning one-to-one coaching, I can help you with that as well. And there is where I will teach you the 8 foundational pillars to building your dream life as an artist and the 5 essential building blocks to building your dream life as an artist. So, I have a question. You've got to do it because, oh no, not a question. You've got to do it because you have to, not to make a career out of it. Oh, yes. Yes. Exactly. Yes, it's very important that you own your essence in your artistry. And I'm going to echo these questions again, okay? So can you make a living as an artist? This is something you have to answer for yourself, okay? And is it possible to be an artist full-time? And then remember, with the world's view on artists, the starving artist syndrome, remember to keep things in perspective, have realistic expectations, have radical faith in yourself and in your work, know your vision. Again, if you're new, I encourage you to go watch my vision workshop, because I teach you so much about what it is to have vision, and how to know what your vision is. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6, plant purpose, especially during those winter dark seasons where the creativity is at a lull and you feel, you don't feel as inspired, or maybe you're going through something. Remember that you're planting along the way, and you're planting into your purpose, which is going to bring fruition at some point. And of course, patiently wait, because without patience, we won't get very far without patience. We must have patience with, especially if you're doing this and want to do this full time, you must be patient with yourself along the way, and you must be patient with the process, so you can see it, and it will come to fruition, because I believe in you, and that is what I'm here for. I'm here to encourage you in your calling as an artist and a musician. Hi, love. That's my husband, y'all. So, any questions? Anybody have any questions? I think I've wrapped this one. This is our Thursday class. So those of you that are interested in learning more, you can find me Thursdays via my website, and actually do them on Google Meet. So I think I have this one at $5 a class. Most of my classes are actually $5 per class. I think maybe my art therapy class is $10. But yeah, so this is our Thursday class, Artist Dream Life Sessions. If you guys are interested in coaching, one-to-one creative coaching, find me on my website, book a session with me. I will help you discover, if you don't know what your vision is, I will help you discover it, because you have it. It's within you. It's within reach. You just need to take some time to access it. If you're interested in one-to-one healing sessions, you can find me on my website as well, and I'd be happy to help you on your inner healing journey. And tomorrow's class is my art as therapy class. This is Friday, my Friday class, where I will teach you how to use art as therapy, all mediums of art, all forms of art, and music, because they are therapy. ¿Qué más? I think that's all, y'all. Oh, yes. I'm bringing our workshop back. I can't remember the last time I did a workshop for the Artist Dream Life sessions, but I'm having one for She's Restored next Tuesday. So I might schedule our Artist Dream Life sessions workshop for next Thursday, but I'll make an announcement. And in the workshop is where I'm going to teach you the 8 foundational pillars and the 5 essential building blocks. So if you're interested in that, just stay tuned and I'll let you know. Other than that, I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for tuning in. And again, this whole week I've been doing fundraising for my channel and for my work. So if you feel inspired, blessed, or led to donate to my channel, you can find all of that in the description box. And I'm so grateful and thankful if you can. Love y'all. Hope you're doing well, and I will see you mañana. Have I been on tour? No. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit. So my music journey, so I've always loved music, but it's always been more on the responsive side, like as a dancer, as a choreographer. Even since I was a little girl, I love to dance and I love to create dances. I was in a band in the early 2000s. It was called Analog Love. And it was cool. It was actually like a kind of like a new wave kind of band. We didn't actually get to the point of, touring or anything like that. And no, recently, I have, like I said, I did a cover. I actually did this cover for myself and I recorded it while I was at my mom's in 2021. It's by a band called Cabaret Voltaire, and it was just a song that just kind of inspired me in the season that I was in, and I recorded it for myself. And then I kind of shared it. Obviously, I shared it with my kids, and they loved it. And then later, I started sharing it with some of the community and the Soñado Libre Sound family. And now, it's gotten to the man who wrote the song, and it's amazing. It's just amazing how it's unfolded, and it has been released in collaboration with another artist, and I've created a video. I actually created a video for it. It hasn't been released yet. This is kind of I'm announcing this now, I suppose, but there's a video coming out for this song, and I'm very excited about it. I'm proud of it. I love it. So yeah, to answer that question, not been on tour, but it's possible. Anything's possible, and I would go. My husband actually is a musician as well, so we'll see. We'll see where the Lord takes us with the music. But yeah, any more questions? Anybody else have any questions, or anybody want to share anything? Brazil, well, welcome. Good to see you. Aiden, if you seriously donate $500, that's a miracle and that's a blessing. So thank you if you do. Thank you so much, because it's very needed right now. So anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go. Hope you have a great night. I will see you tomorrow for those of you that want to come back. Artist therapy tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. And then next week, all of these classes that I've shared all week long are available to you next week and every week. So just go to my description, go to my website, and then you can find them there. Okay, I'll talk to y'all soon. Love you. Bye.